So we're looking for APS certificate. So this is their official website,
Mm.
and it is totally India specific, right? So you can see here a lot of stuff. You don't have to read anything. Just go below. You, if you want, you can take the eligibility quiz, but again, it is just standard stuff. For you, the most important step is checklist. So if you just click on checklist, you will find a checklist. So you can see here the first is the student authorization letter. It is mandatory for all the programs, so you'll be downloading and filling it up. So I'm not going into this specific detail, but you can see here they have individual procedure as well. For example, if you have only class 12, if you have just finished up your school, so you can download this one. If you have written JE, so checklist for class 12 along with JE scores for your mains and advanced, you can go this. But let's say if you're graduates and postgraduates, then you can simply go to this checklist. So you can see here, this is a very, they're one of the checklists. So you can see here the procedure is cost somewhere around 18,000. Apparently, I was right. So you have to pay 18,000 for this thing, and then basically this is the documentation checklist. Now you can see here it is very standard. So passport size photo, or along with APS fee transfer receipt, so which you are transferring from your bank account to their bank account. Number three is your Aadhaar card with the linked mobile number. So apparently all of you have your Aadhaar cards with your mobile number linked already. Passport, I'm sure you guys have. 10th, 12th mark sheet and the certificates, probably you guys have. Copy of all mark sheets. So if you have bachelors, you will be providing them with your all of eight mark sheets if you are graduated. If not, there is some other dedicated checklist for that as well, right? And if you have masters, then basically you can see here, master's degree and transcript as well. Regarding 11th points, you can see here copy of language certificate, German and slash or English. What does it mean? It simply means if you are opting for German language based program, then you have to provide them with the German language certificate. That's up to you, right? But if you are enrolling for English language based program, then you'll be providing them with your IELTS, TOEFL, or something else, right? And the 12th is very standard. That is copy of signed student authorization letter, German and or slash English. So that was the first requirement we have seen, right, on top of the website.
Okay,
Uh,
Ankit, I have a question.
yes, sir. Sure,
Ankit,
sir.
number two, there is a number two copy of APS fee transfer receipt. If you can again tell about that.
Yes, sir. So if you go down, you can see here a bunch of information. So we're not going to look at it. We just want to see this bank detail, account details. So you can see this is the bank details where you have to transfer 18,000 rupees for your APS. So once you make the transaction of 18,000 rupees to this account number, you have to basically download the receipt, the transfer receipt for this transaction, and you have to basically include that receipt in your documentation checklist.
Mm.
So this is a very standard procedure. So once you receive your APS, then probably you can apply for uni assist, and then basically you will be doing your own applications wherever you want to submit. If you are still, let's say, in your final year, let's say seventh or eighth semesters in your bachelor's, so you will be going to download this basically checklist which states undergraduates with at least 2 semesters. So this is how I read it. So you have to have at least 2 semesters done, which probably you will be. Uh, the the cost remains the same, that is 18,000 rupees. But again, there is a little bit of changes. You can see the sixth point. It simply says that you have to appear for an interview. So that is a separate requirement. It's totally up to them if they want to conduct your interview or not. But in the documentation checklist, you can see here there is one more additional requirement, number 8. It states that you have to get a copy of test AS results, which might include core and subject specific score. So you have to appear for an aptitude test that is called as test AS, right? We will basically discuss about this specific requirement later on, but this is what you have to, write if you are still in your seventh or eighth semester, if you're not graduated from your bachelor's program. And when it comes to bachelor's mark sheet, you can simply say they only need the first year of mark sheet. So that means only 2 semesters, the first semester and the second semester, right? And every other requirement is same, except seventh and eighth point. So if you want to apply, if you are still basically doing your bachelor's, then this is the documentation checklist you have to follow, right? And after that, you can simply just apply through any universities via uni assist.
Hmm.
So this is regarding the APS. Other information about the processing time, you will just simply find it on the website. So you can see here they have stated that your inquiries are very important to us. Due to high number of email inquiries, there may be delay in response. We endeavor to reply to your inquiry as soon as possible. So I mean, year long, if the deadline is nearby, the embassy gets very busy because you're not the only one who are applying. There are a lot of people who are applying. So my suggestion is, if you want to apply for Germany, do your APS process probably, or maybe perhaps 2 to 3 months before applying, so that you have sufficient time to acquire APS certificate. If
So
you
what
go
is
to,
this website, Ankit, where we
so
are
it is
getting this
called
all?
APS India website. So just type APS website and will be fine, right?
Okay.
So if you go
Got it.
to FAQs, you can see here, I mean, a lot of different information regarding why APS, this kind of stuff, and who can apply. So probably all you can apply. Who is exempt from APS verification process? Kind of a very important questions if you basically see. And then basically uh, nothing regarding the processing time. So they never reveal what is their processing time. That's why I'm saying, if you want, apply as soon as possible.
Good. So I have a couple of things to ask, Ankit. Like as you were mentioning, only first or second semester information is required. Does that mean a student in undergrad in his third year or something should can also take his APS certificate, and should he take well in advance? What is the validity of such certificates?
If we go by this documentation checklist, it clearly states that undergraduates with a minimum of 2 semesters. So the student is in their third or fourth semester, and they want to acquire a APS certificate before applying. So I mean, surely like they can go for it, but I'm not sure like for how long this APS certificate is valid. So I have no idea regarding that because they have not mentioned anything like that. So I mean,
But somewhere
uh,
when
mhm,
photographs was to be uploaded requirements में they were mentioning previous 6 months का ही photograph होना चाहिए. So that means when they are already saying there was a requirement of photographs, Ankit. So there they were writing कि photo होना चाहिए 6 month पहले का आपका जो passport photograph है.
mhm,
So
mhm.
that means they are expecting that before you go to Germany, before 6 months of that, I think you get it. But
So
at
I
the
mean,
same,
yes, sir.
Hmm,
So I mean, even if you're applying for all the applications, if the need for your photographs, it should be, clicked not more than 6 months before.
hmm,
So I mean, because again, 3 years is a long time, especially when you're a bachelor's. Physical
hmm,
appearance might change subject on how
exactly.
you're developing your physical
Hmm,
body, right? But yeah, I'm like, you can get it before, but I'm not sure about the validity of
okay.
APS. So
Hmm.
it's a nice thing if you can apply 1 year before.
Mm. So ideal time, like now students who are aspiring to go for maybe a master's or PhD, Ankit, so ideal time is like if you're planning to go to Germany, let's say after 6 months, then I think it's the right time they should start applying for APS.
I guess so, sir. Yes, exactly.
Mm.
So this is the
And
right time because
mm,
deadlines will be in January and February, right?
okay. Mm,
So the next deadline would be in June as well, right? So June and July as well. So
mm,
this is what you guys can basically do. Then basically this is Uni Assist website. So if you can see, go to the country specific information, and yeah, I'm like just trying to find out some country specific information for you guys, and you can see there that for Indians, if I just see India over here, yeah, and then basically you can see here all the requirements they need from you, right? So you can see here this is the requirements. You can see here clearly states that your original APS certificate is a requirement.
mm,
But last year we have students who didn't basically acquire their APS beforehand applying, but I mean they submitted their applications, but they acquired afterwards. So that is also a possibility depending on the university to university.
mm. What is a Uni Assist, Ankit? Actually, what is this
So sir,
organization?
basically it is an organization which primarily converts your grades to German equivalent.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean this is, or you can also consider this to be as your centralized application portal for Germany. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
universities basically like accept documentations from uni via Unisys as well. So Unisys do both of these activities for applying for the university as well, and
Mm-hmm.
for getting your German equivalent transcript as well, grades
Mm-hmm.
as well, which is like opposite to what we have in India. One is
Mm-hmm.
higher and five is lower.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what you can do, but mind it that there are universities in Germany which basically accept applications via their own portal. So there are a lot of ifs and buts in Germany. uh, if you can see that universities are applying are basically accepting applications via uni assist, then you can probably welcome. But in some universities you have to apply only on their portal. But some of these universities, they want you to apply to a uni assist as well, and via through their own portal as well.
Mm-hmm.
So just apply carefully.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, rest of the requirement is very standard. So you can just follow this website, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
And I think, Ankit, this APS requirements have been made mandatory now. ये पिछले कुछ टाइम से हुआ है या पहले भी होता था?
uh, I think last year they started the APS
Hmm.
certification
Because
requirement.
lot of confusions and
Hmm.
literally students have no idea about APS, and the
Yes.
only thing is at the last hour आप जानते हैं students at the 11th hour आता है अप्लाई करने के लिए कि हमें अब अप्लाई करना है, and then they get to know कि इसमें we need APS certificate, and they do not have that. So I think this is a serious thing now. APS तो required ही है, and then you need to have that APS.
Yes, sir. I mean, it is one of the serious requirements right now. Because if you remember, we assisted one of the student. His
Yeah.
name was Samarth Bakshi.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
from Guru Nanak Dev University, 9 CGPA. If you
True.
remember his profile,
I remember.
he didn't even write IELTS
मैं वही
exam.
बोल रहा हूँ। हाँ, मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ,
हाँ
उसको एपीएस एपीएस हमने सुना ही नहीं कुछ। ही वाज
हाँ, तो
पोस्ट गेट
उसका
काउंसलिंग स्टूडेंट, गेट के बाद आया था वो, एंड ही अप्लाइड
हम्म
इन दिस आल्सो, जर्मनी आल्सो,
हाँ,
टेक्निकल यूनिवर्सिटी म्यूनिख।
बस आई थिंक उसके पास गेट स्कोर अच्छा था, एंड
हाँ जी।
विदाउट एनी रिक्वायरमेंट, आई मीन लाइक राइटिंग without any IELTS or APS requirement, he got into TU Munich, which is good.
हम्म, हम्म,
But
हम्म,
I mean, these requirements are always subject to change.